Well, congratulations are in order for all the players as well, including defensive back Dalton Johnson. He earned his second consecutive Big 12 Defensive Player of the Week honor. The redshirt senior logged another dominant defensive performance in the Territorial Cup, registering an interception, a forced fumble, and 2 pass breakups. Arizona football now moves on to play in their second bowl game in the last 3 years.
Just win, baby.
Yesterday, they drafted your teammate, Treydan Stukes. I was wondering how much are you looking forward to the opportunity with playing with him at the next level?
Yeah, no, I'm super excited. That's my boy. We're best friends, and you know, being drafted is one thing, but being drafted to a team that I get to go somewhere with my best friend and continue this, bear down brotherhood. I'm super excited, and we're ready to take that leadership and turn Las Vegas up.
You heard the man. The man said he's ready to turn Las Vegas up, and I'm ready to let him turn it up too, because I've been watching this dude ever since we drafted him. When we got Stukes in the second round, I instantly said we need another safety. And I didn't know they were going to go pick up his Bearcat brother. He got another big cat back there with him. So Dalton Johnson, a lot of people are overlooking him simply because Stukes went in the second round. He went in the fifth. We have Tyree Wilson to thank for that. That's a pick that we got from the Saints. Now I think we might have solidified our backfield, our secondary, and for the future. Dalton Johnson is definitely capable. He's I would say he's probably a upgraded Malu. I would say that, because he can cover and he can play in the box. So that's a good thing. That's the thing. That was just a knock on Malu. His coverage wasn't as good. We brought in a young guy that can learn under him if we decide to re-sign Malu. If not, we still gonna have Chin, and then he can learn from him and then be able to take over in the future. But as far as the draft, I think this is the one that we're gonna get the most value out of. I mean, I know Hezekiah Walker, Masses is trending, even Benson. But I think this is the guy that we're gonna be happy that we drafted, and we're gonna solidify our safeties. So, welcome to Business Decision Sports, where we, no, this is the Bart Show, brought to you by Business Decision Sports. So make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. This is Bay Area Reddish Talk, and we're talking Dalton Johnson today. Not a lot of people are talking about this pick, but I think this pick is very instrumental. A few of y'all might have seen him on draft day, and this was his interview, and it lets you see inside of his mind and his temperament. And I'm liking that we're as a nation, we're getting to know our players, because we usually have players come in, coaches come in, we don't really know who they are. We look at the little clips, we kind of make our mind up based on clips, but I think they're doing a good job this year of getting the fan base to knowing what we're doing and who we're doing it with. So check this out while we listen to our newest safety of the future.
Dalton, this is Hondo Carpenter. Congratulations on your journey to the NFL. You have a unique ability. You are a thumper in the run game, but you also have the speed to cover slot receivers and tight ends. Would you just talk about that's a very unique skill set for how you play? Can you discuss that for us, please?
Yeah, I always say, I was brought up in football too late because, I love to hit. There's no more eye power, no more fullbacks. So, you just got to develop as the game goes, and it's changing to, more spread offenses. So I really had to develop my pass coverage side of the game. And, shout out to Coach Gonzalez, our DC at Arizona. He put me in great opportunities to allow me to expand my defense to that standpoint. And, like I mentioned, the game is changing. So, I got to be ready for it. and always had the tackling ability and just the physical side. So being able to showcase my ball skills and all that, just want to be a complete DB. Didn't want to just be put in a box as, a run fit safety or anything like that.
My man said, you can put me in a box, but don't put me in a box. So he's saying essentially, not only can he stop the run, he can also cover. That's something he's taking like a real good effort to focus on because hitting comes natural. He said he's like a throwback. I like throwback players that play hard, that play tough, and play relentless. And I like that. And he already has that mindset, but then he can also cover. We do have some good box safeties right now, Chin and Palomalo. Palomalo played free last year. He's definitely more of a strong safety. So he's going to be competing with those guys. He might not start this year, but he's definitely going to get some time back there because he'll be able to play the deep third and free safety. And that will allow his buddy Stukes to maybe drop down in the nickel and give Rob Leonard some leverage there. So I think he's going to find his way on the field. But I love that he's a throwback player, and I like the ability to just have versatility with our safeties because we were very limited last year with our safeties.
Hi, Dalton. Just wondering what excites you about coming to the Raiders and what was the call like that you got today?
Yeah, no, I mean, the Raiders are building something special. Young team up and coming, and we're gonna do it the right way. I'm excited to be a part of it. And just a phone call, I seen it pop up. Las Vegas, Nevada, and just seeing that pop up, and it instantly hit me that I'm gonna be there with Stukes, and it was one of a kind. Could barely hear the call because my mom was crying so loud, but just that moment is something I'm going to remember forever.
Hey, Dalton, Jesse Merrick with Silver and Black Sports Network. You played for 4 different defensive coordinators at Arizona. That's obviously a lot. How much did that kind of help you just wrap your head around a bunch of different schemes? And also, like, how did it help you grow your game in so many different areas?
Yeah, I would say it was huge because, through the whole draft process, just all the Zooms and, the scheme installs, it made it fairly easy because it was just defenses that I've run and just like seen it, from whether it was different lingo, but it all was the same in its own aspect, and it the growing part was just more opportunities to play different positions, just boundary, whether I was in the post or roll down safety or even going a little bit of nickel. So it was a crazy story, and just in the moment it seemed like hectic, but I don't want my story to be any other way. And I'm just so thankful for the opportunity and the coaches that have come through Arizona and just taught me and grew my football knowledge.
I love that. I love that. No excuses. It's the mantra. No excuses. Matter of fact, he turned that negative, a lot of people deem as a negative, into a positive. He basically said, the more I got to get exposed to different things, the more I learned. So that way, when I got to this level, I was familiar with it. All I had to do was learn the verbiage. It wasn't something that was foreign to me. That's why a lot of times you hear him say, football is football at the end of the day. As complicated as it could be, and all the things and the schemes and the terminology that you have to learn, at the end of the day, football is football. And so he really gets that, and I'm excited for him because he already gets it. He's not making excuses. Because I hear so many times, well, this person didn't have this setup, and this wasn't doing this for them, and this person wasn't in this situation, or they didn't get this chance, or they had this many coordinators, or they had this many head coaches. And that's the league. That's NFL, not for long. So if you're not producing, they're going to switch it up because there's big franchises that's spending big money to get a result, and only one team get the result at the end of the year. So they're going to keep going until they get it. So things change, are always in the state of flux in the league. So the ability to learn, the ability to adapt, and the ability to perform is something that is a commodity in the NFL. And I'm glad to see that he gets it already in his rookie stages, and he gave love to his coaches because he know where he come from. Don't forget where you come from.
you know, being drafted is one thing, but, you know, being drafted to a team that, you know, I get to go somewhere with my best friend and continue this, you know, bear down brotherhood. I'm super excited, and we're ready to take that leadership and, you know, turn Las Vegas up. Crying so loud, but you know, from, you know, whether it was different lingo, but it all around safety, or even going a little bit of nickel. So you know, it was a crazy story, and just in the moment, it seemed like hectic, but you know, I don't want my story to be any other way, and I'm just so thankful for the opportunity, and the coaches that have come through Arizona and just taught me and grew my football knowledge.
And the other one is you know, obviously you've been pretty physical, good against the run throughout your career. It looked like you took a pretty big step forward in your coverage last year. I was wondering if that was just personal improvement, or is that scheme? I guess what was the development there?
Yeah, I would say it's a bit of both. You know, I mentioned earlier, you know, the game is moving fast and it's going to spread offenses, and, you know, it's all about the ball. So I was really working on that in the offseason and made that a big emphasis, you know, in my mindset, you know, going into practices and games. Like, I got to get the ball. I got to, you know, get picked, PBUs, whatever it is. And then, you know, I would say that also comes with scheme. Coach Gonzalez put me in great opportunities, you know, to make plays and, you know, be in the right position to get actions and get my hand on the ball. So I say a mix of both. And I'm so thankful that, you know, put in the work and, you know, was able to, you know, get around the ball more. And plus, you know, Coach G make me and believing in me and trust me to be in those opportunities to do it.
Last one, Sam, go ahead.
Hey there. You just brought up your versatility a couple questions ago. Treydan moved around a ton at Arizona as well. I'm just wondering where you feel that your best fit in the NFL is going to be, and also kind of just how that versatility adds another aspect to your game.
Yeah, I would just say, you know, whatever my role is, you know, special teams, backup, starter, you know, I'm going to bring 100%. And I feel like I can play anywhere. I'm not going to say anywhere as far as, you know, outside at corner, but, you know, I'm ready to, you know, whatever my role is, you know, I'm there to do it, whether that's nickel, that, you know, boundary safety spot, free safety spot. I'm just ready to be a Raider and get rolling.
Did y'all hear that? No, not the part where he just happy to be a Raider and ready to get it rolling. I'm talking about not the picture me rolling me part. Not the picture me rolling part. I'm talking about the he's willing to play anywhere to get on the field to be an addition to this team. A lot of times, in order to get your position on the field, you have to play special teams very well. I think he's going to get some opportunity to play on the field, play some snaps because his ability to cover, and then it also gives um, the leverage, or it gives the Coach Robbie options, because Stukes don't have to always be the one that play the one eye safety or the free safety. You can have him drop down in the nickel and then have Johnson drop back for some plays. You know, sometimes they might have Paul Mall back there because he does have a little experience now, but this guy is already trained for it. He's already active and ready to go. He can play box safety, he can play free safety, and he can play nickel. And last year, he played each of those positions like equally 1/3 of the time. So he definitely had the experience. So here's his PFF grades for last season. His overall PFF grade was 84.8. That gave him the ranking of 30th out of 915 qualified safeties. And all these stats are out of 915 qualified safeties. His coverage grade was 88.6. That's nice. 23 out of that 915. Pass rushing grade 74.9, giving him a rank of sub 100 of 99. And his run defensive grade is 71.8, which ranked 353 out of that 915. So he's in the top tier of all those stats, and a few of those like really really high. So overall ranking 84. This guy really slid in the draft. I don't know why. I'm gonna do a deep dive on his game and find out what his flaws are and what might be the reason why he dropped so far, based on his measurables. But I'm not thinking that the Raiders, it just kind of, he did this to, Spytek did this because of the connection, because the connection is definitely an added bonus. But I think this is the player that they were targeting. So let's look at some advanced coverage metrics. He's 37.8 when targeted by opposing quarterbacks. He allowed 25 receptions in coverage, had 5 pass breakups. He was a red shirt, played all his years. Last year, I think the last 2 years, he led the team in tackles. He had 97 tackles last year, one in 25, and 94 in the year before that. He had a sack. He had 4 picks. He has 5 career picks, 4 of them last year. So he got more chance to be in coverage his senior year, and he paid dividends with 4 interceptions. He's ball hawking, and 7 pass deflections. Need to turn some of them into interceptions. And then previous to that, he only had 4. So he almost doubled his pass deflections. And then we saw that and then we're going to see the forced fumble in these highlights. Let's take a look at his highlights.
Remain on the sideline today. That one looks laminated. Look out here. Howland flung for a huge loss.
Nice. See, I like to see him score right there, though. So he's playing the safety position attack. I like that. Yeah. Oh, there was a lot of ground there.
Arizona could have put that ball in the middle of the field. They did not. Avery Johnson to throw, batted away. Dalton Johnson. The lineman being able to swing it that well. Look at this second level blitz, and the Cats get hands on it.
Got the ball down.
13. Becked in the shotgun, checks down after looking left, came back middle.
He has a touchdown on quarterback power. He keeps it this time. Does the ball come out late?
He punches out the ball. Opportunistic. That's what we're looking for on defense. Look at the coverage. Look at the range. That's what we like to see.
Possession. Here's the pitch. Arizona swarms.
Nice way to come downhill and get the tackle. Nice coverage. Helps this guy get the pick. He's not just playing close to the line of scrimmage. He's out there covering.
Four to his right. That's where he's looking.
Come down here.
Backside pressure. That is well shy. Under 5.5 to go. And the only objective, I think, here for the Cyclone.
The see ball. He reads, reacts, and responds. I like that.
Robertson at the switch for Baylor. Michael
Read, react, respond. See, and he tackles low. That's something you're going to need. He's going to need to do in the NFL. That's something Stukes need to work on, is tackling lower. But I think Dalton is going to be an added bonus for our defense. I hope he paid dividends this year, but I definitely see him in our future. The more and more Stukes get acclimated, he'll be able to help his brother out. They study all the time. I think they even stay together now or close. But either way it go, they're best friends. So they're going to help each other. They're going to have this unspoken thing going on. And sometimes the defense might shift, and you don't have to necessarily shift. You can look at each other, and they'll know. And they'll each other know what's going on. And that's something that synergy is something that you cannot assimilate. You have to have man hours for that to work. It's not something that's just mystical. It takes a lot of repetition to do that. So I think we have a gem here. Thanks to Tyree. So we finally did get something out of him. Although I do think he played okay last year. He played better than Kuntz. So Kuntz, you better step up this year, brother. But yeah, make sure y'all hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It's just a quick little You feel me? Talking about Dalton Johnson because he don't get a lot of shine, but I'm telling you guys right now, I have to put it down that he's going to be the man. So shout out to the Raider Nation. If you're a Raider, hit that like button. Hit the
I'm a Raider from the Bay to LA to Las Vegas. Recipes to Al Davis.